Are you over 60 and feeling like your body isn't keeping up with your life anymore? What if I told you that one simple exercise, something you can do at home in just a few minutes, could completely change how you move, feel, and live? Imagine standing up from a chair without struggle, walking upstairs without fear, and feeling stronger and more confident every single day. Today, I'm going to show you the one exercise that can help you reclaim your strength, your balance, and your independence. No gym, no heavy equipment, just results you can feel. Strength after the age of 60 is often misunderstood. Many people believe that fitness at this stage of life is about trying to look younger, chasing a certain body shape, or pushing the body in ways that no longer feel natural. That way of thinking creates frustration and fear, and it stops people from moving at all. The truth is that strength after 60 has nothing to do with vanity or extremes. It is about freedom. It is about being able to live life on your own terms without constantly worrying about what your body can or cannot handle. When strength is present, everyday activities stop feeling like obstacles. Getting out of bed in the morning does not require planning. Standing up from a chair feels smooth instead of heavy. Carrying groceries does not strain the back or leave the arm shaking. These moments may seem small, but they are the foundation of independence. Without strength, even simple tasks can create anxiety, and that anxiety slowly shrinks a person's world. People start avoiding stairs, long walks, social outings, or anything that feels physically demanding. Over time, life becomes smaller, quieter, and more limited. Real strength at this age is about maintaining control over your body. It allows you to react when you lose balance, to steady yourself instead of falling, and to trust your movements instead of fearing them. This kind of confidence does not come from aggressive workouts or exhausting routines. It comes from consistent, purposeful movement that builds the muscles supporting your joints and keeps your nervous system sharp. Strength gives you the ability to move with intention instead of hesitation. Another important part of strength after 60 is dignity. No one wants to feel dependent before they truly have to. Being able to stand up without assistance, walk without constant support, and move without asking for help preserves self-respect and personal pride. Strength allows people to remain contributors in their families and communities rather than feeling like a burden. That emotional benefit is just as powerful as the physical one. Quality of life improves when strength is present. Energy levels increase because the body becomes more efficient. Pain often decreases because muscles are better able to support joints. Sleep improves because movement during the day helps regulate the body. Even mood can improve because physical capability influences mental outlook. When the body feels capable, the mind feels hopeful. Strength training after 60 is not about competing with others or meeting unrealistic standards. It is about meeting your own needs. It is about creating a body that supports your lifestyle rather than limits it. The goal is not to impress anyone but to feel safe, capable, and confident in everyday life. Strength becomes a tool for longevity, not just in years, but in how fully those years are lived. The squat is one of the most natural movements the human body knows, even though many people stop thinking of it that way as they get older. Long before exercise programs and gym routines existed, people squatted to rest, to work, to lift, and to move through daily life. As children, squatting comes effortlessly. It is only with time, inactivity, and fear that this movement begins to disappear. Losing the ability to squat is not a normal part of aging, but it often becomes an accepted one, even though it plays a major role in how mobile and independent a person remains. Everyday life is filled with squat patterns, whether we notice them or not. Sitting down, standing up, lowering the body to reach something, or getting in and out of a car all require the same coordinated action between the hips, knees, and ankles. When this movement becomes weak or unstable, these daily tasks begin to feel difficult and unpredictable. That difficulty does not usually come from age itself, but from a lack of practice and strength in the movement. Reintroducing the squat in a safe and controlled way helps restore what the body already knows how to do. The squat improves mobility by encouraging the joints to move through healthy ranges of motion. When done gently and with control, it keeps the hips flexible, the knees supported, and the ankles responsive. This is especially important as stiffness increases with age. Rather than avoiding movement to protect the joints, Squatting teaches the body how to move efficiently again. Movement brings circulation, nourishment, and awareness back into the joints, which can reduce discomfort and improve overall function. Balance is another major benefit of the squat. During the movement, the body must stay centered and stable, which challenges the nervous system in a controlled environment. This practice translates directly to real-life situations, such as stepping off a curb, navigating uneven ground, or recovering from a small stumble. The more the body practices controlled balance during squats, the more confidently it can respond in daily life. Strength is built naturally through squatting, because multiple muscle groups work together. The legs, hips, and core must coordinate to lower and raise the body. This integrated strength is far more useful than isolated muscle training because it mirrors real-life movement. Strong legs help support the knees and hips, reducing stress on the joints and improving long-term comfort. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of the squat is how directly it supports daily independence. When squatting becomes easier, so does life. Tasks that once required effort or assistance begin to feel manageable again. The body regains trust in its ability to move, and fear gradually gives way to confidence. The squat does not just train muscles, it trains the body to function as a whole, reinforcing stability, control, and freedom of movement in everyday life. One of the biggest reasons people avoid exercise after 60 is fear. Fear of pain, fear of injury, and fear of doing something wrong. That fear often comes from thinking exercise has to look a certain way, fast, intense, or complicated. Chair squats remove that fear by meeting the body exactly where it is. They take a powerful movement and make it accessible, controlled, and safe, which is exactly what most people need at this stage of life. Using a chair changes everything. It provides a clear stopping point, so there's no uncertainty about how low to go. This immediately reduces anxiety, especially for those who worry about getting stuck or losing balance. The chair acts as both a physical and mental support, allowing the movement to feel predictable and secure. When the mind feels safe, the body can move more freely and with better control. Chair squats also allow people to work within their own range of comfort. The height of the chair can be adjusted, making the movement easier or more challenging without changing the exercise itself. A higher seat reduces strain on the knees and hips, while a lower seat increases strength demands gradually. This flexibility makes it possible for anyone to participate, regardless of current fitness level, mobility, or past injuries. Pain is another major concern, and chair squats help address this by encouraging slow, controlled movement. Instead of dropping down quickly or forcing the body into uncomfortable positions, the movement becomes deliberate. Muscles are engaged to support the joints throughout the entire motion. This kind of control reduces joint stress and builds strength in a way that feels supportive rather than aggressive. When discomfort is reduced, consistency becomes possible. Support can also be added when needed. Holding onto a countertop, wall, or the back of another chair can provide extra balance without taking away the benefits of the exercise. This added stability allows people to focus on proper movement rather than worrying about falling. Over time, as confidence and strength improve, that support can be reduced naturally, reinforcing progress without pressure. Chair squats are powerful because they remove the all-or-nothing mindset. You do not have to be strong to start. You get strong by starting. Even a few repetitions done well can create meaningful change. This approach encourages consistency, which is far more important than intensity. Small efforts performed regularly lead to noticeable improvements in strength, balance, and confidence. Perhaps most importantly, chair squats give people permission to move again. They replace fear with trust and hesitation with action. As the body adapts, everyday movements begin to feel easier and more reliable. Standing up, sitting down, and moving through the day no longer feel like risks. Chair squats create a safe entry point into strength, proving that progress does not require pain or extreme. Only patience and consistency is what turns a simple movement into a life-changing habit. When squats are done regularly, even in small amounts, the body begins to adapt in powerful ways. Muscles strengthen gradually, joints feel more supported, and movement becomes more efficient. This steady progress is especially important after 60 because the goal is not sudden change but long-term stability and resilience. One of the most noticeable benefits of consistent squatting is improved muscle strength in the legs and hips. These muscles act as shock absorbers for the knees and spine. When they are weak, joints take on more stress, which can lead to discomfort and instability. Strengthening these muscles helps redistribute that load, allowing joints to move more smoothly and with less strain. Over time, many people notice reduced joint pain and greater ease during daily activities. Joint protection is closely tied to muscle control. Squats performed with good form train the muscles to engage at the right time, supporting the knees and hips throughout the movement. This coordinated support helps prevent sudden or uncontrolled motions that can lead to injury. Rather than wearing the joints down, controlled squatting actually teaches the body how to move more safely and efficiently. Bone health is another critical benefit. Weight-bearing movements like squats send signals to the bones to maintain density and strength. As people age, bone loss becomes a serious concern, especially in the hips and spine. Regular squatting provides a natural stimulus that encourages bones to stay strong. This added strength can play a significant role in reducing the risk of fractures, which are often life-altering after a fall. Fall prevention is one of the most valuable outcomes of consistent squatting. Strong legs and hips improve the ability to recover from a loss of balance. Squats also train the nervous system to respond quickly and appropriately when the body is challenged. This combination of strength and coordination increases stability during everyday movements like walking on uneven surfaces or stepping up and down. With better balance and control, the likelihood of falls decreases significantly. What makes all of these benefits sustainable is that squats do not require extreme effort or complex routines. They can be done at home at any time and adapted as needed. This accessibility encourages regular practice, which is where true change happens. The body thrives on repeated, gentle challenges rather than occasional bursts of intensity. Over time, consistent squatting builds a sense of trust in the body. Movements that once felt risky begin to feel manageable. Confidence grows as strength and stability improve. This confidence often leads to more movement overall, creating a positive cycle that supports long-term health. Through consistency, squats become more than an exercise, they become a foundation for safer movement, stronger bones, healthier joints, and a reduced risk of life-disrupting fall. Small, controlled daily effort is often underestimated, yet it is one of the most powerful tools for change at any age. After 60, the body responds best to gentle consistency rather than intense bursts of activity. When movement becomes a daily habit instead of an occasional challenge, the body begins to adapt in ways that feel natural and sustainable. Strength builds quietly, balance improves gradually, and confidence grows almost without notice at first. Doing a few controlled squats each day sends a clear message to the body that it is still needed, still capable, and still adaptable. These small efforts accumulate over time. Muscles grow stronger, coordination becomes smoother, and movements that once felt demanding begin to feel routine. The progress may not be dramatic from one day to the next, but when weeks turn into months, the difference becomes undeniable. Mental confidence develops alongside physical strength. Each successful repetition reinforces trust in the body. Fear begins to fade as movements feel more reliable. This shift in mindset is crucial, because many limitations after 60 are driven more by fear than by actual physical inability. When people believe they are fragile, they move less. When they discover they are capable, they move more. That change in belief can transform daily life. Daily movement also creates a sense of control. Instead of feeling like aging is something that simply happens to you, you begin to feel involved in the process. This sense of agency improves motivation and emotional well-being. Taking a few minutes each day to move intentionally becomes an act of self-care rather than a chore. It reinforces the idea that your health is worth your time and attention. Another benefit of small daily effort is that it reduces pressure. There is no need to be perfect or pushed to exhaustion. Missing a day does not erase progress, and doing a little is always better than doing nothing. This flexible approach makes it easier to stay consistent over the long term. It removes guilt and replaces it with patience and self-respect. As confidence grows, people often begin to move more in other areas of life, Walking becomes more enjoyable. Stairs feel less intimidating. Activities that were once avoided start to reappear. This increased movement further reinforces strength and balance, creating a positive cycle that supports long-term independence. Perhaps the most empowering realization is that it is never too late to begin. The body remains responsive to movement well into later years. Small, controlled effort proves that improvement is always possible. Each repetition becomes a reminder that strength is not reserved for the young or the athletic. It belongs to anyone willing to show up, move with intention, and trust the process of steady progress over time.